Hi, I'm Murph from the Wombats here at DIFFUS in Berlin, and I am going to talk to you about my top 5 silliest dog breeds. Coming in at number 5 is the American Bulldogge. And maybe they aren't the silliest dogs ever, but I had one, and I think she may have been spliced with like a lion or something, so maybe she's not representative of American Bulldogs in general, but she was very cool, very protective, kind of a great family dog, but gets into trouble a lot. She once ate a glass jar of ghee. She ate the ghee and the glass jar, but because they're so robust and kind of strong, it didn't affect her. So she had all this broken glass in her and she just passed it out and she was totally fine. So that's the American Bulldogge, but more specifically, my American Bulldogge, Daisy. Coming in at number 4 of Murph's most silly dog breeds is the Chow Chow. They look like a teddy bear, but what I think is so ridiculous about them is that they are pissed off like a lot of the time. They are really moody, they don't like strangers, they pretty much only connect to one person in their entire life, and that's the only person they feel comfortable around. I just think that's ridiculous to kind of own a dog that's as moody as the Chow Chow. Very cute, very silly. Number 3 on this list is kind of a classic, which would be a golden retriever. I think they're actually highly intelligent, but they come across as extremely dumb. I know they will literally eat food until their stomachs explode, which is kind of very silly in itself. They just get into a lot of trouble. They always seem to be smiling, kind of very sweet idiots, really. Coming in real hot at number 2 is the Rotterman, a Rottweiler Doberman mix. Utterly ridiculous. I have a Rotterman and he is about 120 pounds. He thinks he is a Chihuahua. Looks very scary, but is just not at all. A real confusing dog breed in what they look like from the outside and what is actually going on in their minds and inside. He sleeps with us every night and takes over the whole bed, and I wake up all the time and his nose is pressed into mine and his face is bigger than mine, and he's just kind of utterly ridiculous. And I think one thing that's common with this kind of crossbreed is that they're always staring at you. I look around at home just to see where he is, and he's always just there, like staring at me directly in the eyes, whether he's like 20 yards away or 5 yards away. All I have to do is look around and know that he's looking at me. It's kind of quite eerie, really. He's a very awkward dog, and it's quite an awkward dog breed, and that's why it's at number 2. Coming in on the top spot, I've put the Great Dane as my number 1. I would love to own a Great Dane at some point. And the reason why I've chosen them as the silliest is because they are fucking huge and take up a lot of space. Like, this is not a sensible dog to own, basically. That's why it's so silly, because of how not sensible it is to have one. It's huge, it's beautiful, and it has a very, very short lifespan, which makes it quite a silly dog to own, because you're going to fall madly, deeply in love with it, and then it's just going to say goodbye when you least expect it to. The heart is just not big enough to pump the blood around that size of a vessel, but they are. I think they're like so beautiful, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get one, and I will report back. But right now, they are my silliest dog breed.